Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bintan. I'm 20 years old. I live in Bandung. I am a student of Islamic University of Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. Now I want to make a final project video of English course of Islamic University of Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. Hope you enjoy.
First of all, I will bring you to the story about my early entry into the Islamic University of Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. In 2018, I took 2 college entrance exams. The first was the college entrance exam, namely the SPM-PTN to enter Unpad. Second, the entrance exam for the Sunan Gunung Jati Islamic University in Bandung. However, it turned out that year was not the year I entered the college. In 2019, I took another college entrance examination, namely UMPTK-IN, to the Sunan Gunung Jati Islamic University in Bandung. Alhamdulillah, that year I entered the Arabic Language Education Department. In that year, I entered the language boarding school at the Islamic University of Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. This first year, I was very busy with boarding school and college activities, so that I did not participate in campus extracurricular activities. This story continues on my living conditions before the COVID-19 pandemic or after, things you want to do, places you want to visit when new normal arrives. Finally, I will provide tips and tricks for surviving in COVID-19 pandemic. Let's see what happened. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. In the first semester, I took part in quite a busy boarding school activity. Fajr and Maghrib, I followed the lesson in the boarding school, then I went to campus with friends on foot. Sometimes I study until midday and returned to the boarding school. However, another day I returned home to sunset and returned to the boarding school. The activities of the boarding school are very diverse, including ta'lim, isti'abul mufradat, tadribul al-hitobah, yaumul loghah, tahfiz, nisaiyah, and others. The most memorable experience for me was giving a surprise to our mudabirah while at the boarding school. Musabaqah on the day of the nation's students and the Prophet's birthday. Rihla at the end of the year. In the second semester, I heard news about the emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic.
2 warga Indonesia yang positif terinfeksi virus corona disebut telah melakukan kontak dengan warga negara Jepang. Dan warga Jepang ini kini tengah menjalani proses karantina di Malaysia. Berikut ini adalah timeline perjalanan bagaimana warga Jepang dan juga 2 warga negara Indonesia yang positif corona ini kemudian bertemu hingga akhirnya tertular virus corona. Kita akan lihat bersama, ini dia. Ini dikutip dari Malaysia Mail, Direktur.
The impact of this pandemic is the government's policy for the people to stay at home. At first, we were only asked to take 2 weeks off, but it turned out that this pandemic was going on for up to a year. The impact caused by a pandemic is an economic decline in both state and family spheres. This impact also happened to my family, so I thought of working at one of the daycare centers in the Ciwastra area. The activities I carried out during the COVID-19 pandemic were various. In this third semester, I did lectures online, then I work as an operator. Besides that, I was only busy with intra-campus organization and the trainings I received through my place of work. For example, training on hand creation for wedding delivery and social media classes by at serasastudio.co. What I feel now, I no longer feel free to travel where I want to or meet with my friends. There are differences that I really feel right now. For example, where do we have to wear masks, carry hand sanitizers, wash our hands frequently with soap and running water, then have to maintain a distance from other people at least 1 meter. The thing I want to do when new normal is, of course, offline lectures, meet up with friends, scientific and religious studies, visiting tourist attractions with friends, for example, hiking, outbound, swimming, and jogging. Whereas the place I want to visit when it's new normal is CFD Dago, Semoga and Gazebo jogging track, Al-Masum swimming pool, Sunan Gunung Jati Islamic University campus Bandung, and recitation at Trans Studio Mall Bandung. Finally, I would like to provide a few tips and tricks to survive the COVID-19 pandemic. When we can only stay at home, there are many things we can do. For example, mild exercise, namely cycling, warming up, and basking in the sun. Eat nutritious food. Eat vitamins and minerals to increase endurance. Stopping bad habits such as smoking, drinking alcohol, and staying up late. Schedule personal routines such as hobbies. Select news from trusted sources and sort information carefully. Positive thinking. Maintain communication with friends and family. Then, the tips and tricks when traveling, namely, wash your hands frequently with soap and running water. Hand sanitizer available with an alcohol content of 60% or more. Put on a mask and bring spare mask. Don't make physical contact. Don't touch the face. Avoid public transportation. Clean the public place before use. Bring personal tools such as private drinking place or tumbler, personal prayer rooms, and others.
That's all from me. Apologize if there are deficiencies and mistakes in words and deeds. Stay at home and stay healthy, guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.